While some of you were scrolling on your phone or worrying about what you will do this weekend, the map of the Middle East just got erased. We aren't talking about a proportional response anymore. We're talking about a total military liquidation. As of this morning, March the 6th, the Iranian Navy is officially a reef at the bottom of the Persian Gulf. Trump and Pete Hegseth didn't just send a message. They sent the entire IRGC fleet to meet their maker. 32 ships, all of them, sunk. From their flagship frigates down to those annoying fast attack boats that used to harass our tankers, they are all sitting in the silt. But it's not just the hardware. The head of the snake has been severed. We've confirmed that the entire top-tier Iranian military leadership was neutralized in the opening 48 hours. And when they tried to promote the second string to take over, wiped out before they could even finish their first briefing. That's embarrassing. To top it off, Iran's Air Force, the same one they've been bragging about for decades, is effectively non-existent. Their runways are craters, and their planes never even got off the tarmac. The media is going to call this unprecedented escalation. I call it a Tuesday morning cleaning service. So if you're still waiting for a diplomatic solution, you're watching the wrong channel. The global order didn't just shift, it was reloaded. Now, while the smoke clears in Tehran, there is a different kind of fire burning right here at home, specifically at your local gas station. If you live in California, you aren't just paying for gas. You're paying a stupid tax for the worst policies in American history. As the war in Iran heats up, the national average is climbing. But California just hit a dystopian milestone. $7.81 for a gallon of regular gas, and over $8 for premium. The mainstream media wants to blame the war. They want you to look at the Middle East and ignore the guy behind the curtain in Sacramento. Sure, the Iran conflict added a premium, but why is it that a guy in Mississippi is filling up for $2.88 right now? Let's look at the red state reality. While California is strangling its citizens with environmental fees and the highest gas taxes in the country, Texas is sitting at $2.97, Tennessee, $2.77, Florida, $3.13. You're being told this is a global energy crisis, but the math doesn't lie. California's gas is nearly 200% more expensive than the rest of the country because of self-inflicted wounds. They've regulated their own refineries into extinction and then act shocked when supply vanishes. You aren't just paying for the war in the Gulf, you're subsidizing a failed social experiment. And if you think $8 gas is bad, wait until you see what the smartest guys in the room on Wall Street are doing with your retirement money. The exit signs at the world's largest asset manager just stopped working. BlackRock, the $10 trillion giant, just did the unthinkable. They gated their investors. Nearly half of the investors in their $26 billion flagship private credit fund tried to get their money out this morning. We're talking about $1.2 billion in withdrawal requests hitting the desk at once. And BlackRock's response? No. They capped withdrawals at a measly 5%. If you have money in these private credit funds, listen closely. This is the $1.8 trillion shadow banking bubble finally springing a leak. These funds promised you high yields by lending to companies that banks wouldn't touch. Now, the bill is coming due, and the door is locked from the outside. It's not just BlackRock. Blackstone is smelling the smoke too. They just faced record-breaking withdrawal requests and had to scramble. In a move that reeks of desperation, Blackstone had to inject $400 million of its own cash just to keep the lights on and keep the panic from spreading. Why does this matter to you? Because for the last 3 years, everyone from your pension fund to your 401k has been piling into private credit as a safe haven. It's not. It's a high-stakes game of musical chairs, and the music just stopped. When the biggest players on Wall Street start gating funds, it means they don't have the cash. They are illiquid. And in a world of $8 gas and regional wars, illiquidity is a death sentence for your net worth. But you know what's actually driving this volatility? It's the hidden tax that most Americans still don't understand. Let's get one thing straight. Higher taxes are the primary driver of inflation. Every time the government takes a bigger bite of your paycheck, they aren't just funding programs, they are increasing the cost of everything you touch. Taxes are the single biggest expense for every earner in this country. But here's the kicker. They are also the primary cause of fraud. The more complex the tax code, the more loopholes exist for the elites, while the middle class gets squeezed. Lower taxes don't just put money in your pocket, they kill inflation. When people have more of their own money, the velocity of capital increases and production goes up. High taxes are a friction on the economy that forces prices higher. If you want to stop the fraud and stop the price hikes, you have to starve the beast. Speaking of starving the beast, the US just sent a 15,000 mile per hour message to anyone who thinks we're weak. What do I mean by that? Well, while the media was busy talking about celebrity drama, the US military just launched a Minuteman III ballistic missile off the California coast. This routine test was a doomsday demonstration. This ICBM can travel 6,000 miles at 15,000 miles per hour. The military slammed it into a target near the Marshall Islands the other day. Let's talk about the specs. This thing carries warheads 20 times more powerful than what was dropped on Hiroshima. It can reach anywhere on the planet in less than 30 minutes. Remember a few days ago when Trump said, the big one is coming? Everyone thought he was talking about an earthquake or a market crash. Look at the timing. We are in a hot war with Iran. The global economy is seizing up, and we just reminded the world that we have a 15,000 mile per hour reset button. This is the ultimate deterrent. It's a message to Tehran, to Moscow, and to Beijing. We are ready to end the game if you push too far. But there is a big one hitting closer to home that no missile can stop and literally may be your home. The housing bubble isn't cooling down, it's exploding in reverse. Pending home sales just hit the lowest level ever recorded, not lower than last year. Lower than 2008, lower than the 2020 lockdowns. This is a total collapse of the American dream in real time. With mortgage rates staying high and the economy in a war footing, buyers have completely vanished. If you're a homeowner, you're looking at a liquidity trap. If you're a buyer, you're looking at a graveyard. This isn't a healthy correction. This is what happens when you combine $8 gas, gated investment funds, and a government that's more interested in their own benefit rather than the average American citizen. The map is being redrawn. Are you positioned or are you just watching? I'm Marcus Macro. Follow the money or get left behind.